Hi everyone, I'm Nancy Newman and welcome to Hope Week Remembered 2025. During these 16 years, we have certainly been treated to an abundance of inspirational stories, and this year was no different. Hope Week has become an iconic staple during the Yankee season when players and front office staff participate in inspiring, celebrating, and unifying one another. This year, Hope Week began by honoring an entire family of helpers. Joan Hyland, also known as Nana, heard about one family's need for baby items and immediately got to work on a care package. When she realized many others were in a similar position, she knew she needed to help. Meanwhile, next door, Joan's daughters were building a space for those with developmental disabilities looking to get involved with their community. Together, they've partnered up to create the perfect team.
We are the Backyard Players and Friends, and we are Love Nana.
I was working at the local high school in their center stage production, which is a wonderful show that they put on every year. It's a combination of general education and special education students. And every year at the end, the seniors would bow, take their senior bow and leave the stage. And I never realized that they were also not only bowing out of the show, they were bowing out of a lot of their community connections. And they actually have a term for it. They call it falling off the cliff. And when I heard that, I thought that was just terrible.
Ellen turned around and said, "What can we do?" I said, "Oh, let's do a theater class." Before we knew it, we have over 250 people and participants at the Backyard Players and Friends.
Our missions are really just to create community opportunities for everyone.
People with developmental disabilities, really only about 20% of that population is able to be employed, because it becomes a vicious cycle of no one will hire them because there is no training. And because you have no training, you're not going to get hired. We, once again, had to come up with a training program.
This is my son, Ryan White, and he is a police officer in Lynbrook, New York. He had gone into the local deli, and he befriended the guy who worked in the deli who had just had a baby. And Ryan wanted to help. So he went right to Nana and said, "What can you help me? I want to kind of make something a little extra for this guy who's working so hard." And so Nana got together some baby clothes. She went to the store and she got a couple of items and some toys, and she made it into a beautiful package, a beautiful present. And that became the very first baby bundle.
We began to schedule the Backyard Players coming in maybe once or twice a week to work with Nana to fold and wash and dry the clothes and create the bundles.
It's the perfect opportunity for those skills, those functional life skills that you can practice, and they get to see how their work can go to help other people.
The Yankees heard about Nana's mission and wanted to lend a hand. What started as one bundle for a family in need turned into an assembly line of Yankees and Backyard Players and Friends, bringing Nana's dream to life.
It's definitely over 12,000 bundles that my mom has put together, and I can tell you that there's not one bundle that her hands were not in, every single one of them. And even the volunteers that try so hard and think, like, look at this, it's perfect, they'll come back and they'll see that Mom might have shushed it a little bit, just a little bit.
When you open up that bundle, everything in there is perfect condition. There's no rips or tears or stains. It's not dirty. The neck is not stretched out. The pants are folded perfectly. So, to maintain that dignity.
The faces on these young mothers that are like, this is for me, like, how much is this? And they can't believe that it's just being handed to them like that. And that's what keeps her going.
That is what makes me go on and on and on. I might go home and collapse on my couch for a little while, but I can keep on going, because it's such a beautiful feeling.
As new parents, or even second time, third time parents, it's such a tough time in your life. There's so much going on and there's so much joy, but there's also, a new human to take care of. To be able to maybe help out in that a little bit and provide a little bit of some needs is great.
When Hope Week started, kind of going through all the different options, I've kind of circled this one thing that it really hit home for me, getting a chance to, help some families in need, give them clothes, books, bibs, anything they need to kind of get started with their new bundle of joy. This was a pretty exciting opportunity, and it's just amazing work with the Backyard Players and Love Nana are doing.
To be honored by the Yankees was just something we never anticipated in our lives. We've always just done this without anyone really noticing us, except for pulling in our friends left and right and our family. And for my mother to be honored to see her on that field, being interviewed, being part of this whole process, I'm in awe of her.
That's a strike. Thank you, Joan.
Welcome back. On the second day of Hope Week, the Yankees visited Bottomless Closet, a nonprofit in New York City helping women enter the workforce with confidence. Whether it's resume help, interview coaching, or providing them with professional clothing, this boutique-style space gives women the support and resources they need to walk into any opportunity ready and feel good doing it.
We are so excited to really welcome everybody to the space, to let you know about the organization. There are a lot of people around the city who need just a little bit of help, and that's the gap that we fill for 26 years. There are many women in New York City who don't have any network of support. We have a lot of single moms who are in our world, and they're here in New York by themselves, possibly living with their child in a homeless shelter. And they may be able to secure a job interview, but there are so many soft things that people don't think about when they're going on a job interview. The clothing, having a resume, having a place to print out a resume, and really knowing what to wear. It's not just the clothing, it's knowing what to wear. And having someone be your hype girl, right? There's so many people who need that help across this city, and we're the place where they can find it. So we start the appointment in the boutique right here. One of our volunteers who are wearing name tags today, they are paired one-on-one with our clients, and they will act as their career coach for the duration of their appointment with us. They'll bring the clients into the boutique and talk about the kind of interview that they're going on and what they think they'd like to wear, what they think they should wear. And then they start here to pick out a couple of outfits. We are very inclusive in our boutique. As you look around, you'll see that we go from size extra small to size 32 and 34. I think we are more inclusive than any store in America. And there's a reason behind that, because the worst thing to do is to come here and say we don't have something for you, because it really does a zinger to your confidence.
Everything I've done for my professional image, I'd never actually looked at as a woman before. So when I got involved with Bottomless Closet, it's just women supporting women, and I never knew how much that would really mean to me. So other women need to know that this is a safe space first, and secondly, a space where you'll be encouraged, you'll be pushed, and you'll definitely get all the resources you need to move forward.
I think when you feel good, you look good. So when you walk into an interview, not only does this organization prepare them for the interview, it also is doing amazing things. It's talking to them about their special skills, looking at their resumes, talking to them things about, you know, about after they get the job and all of those things. So it covers all of it.
Just giving back to the community, giving back to people who need help, and it's what we're supposed to do.
I think as a woman, like, you have your voice, right? And until you feel confident in that voice, you don't feel like you can use it. And what they're doing is they're giving women this ability to finally feel like they can use their voice, you know, for what they're comfortable doing.
It's been fun getting to know these organizations, and the Yankees do a great job of spotlighting these special people and special organizations and the work that they do. And it's been really meaningful and impactful.
To seize opportunities and to give them the best chance to go out into the workforce and feel their best, look their best, and put their best foot forward.
Getting to get a better perspective of what, you know, the struggle is for some women trying to enter the workforce, whether it's getting clothes for interviews or just getting the resume done the right way. This place is doing a great job.
A lot of our players say it's like you look good, feel good, play good. So these women kind of have the opportunity to have that same experience where they feel like they kind of get all the tools in their belt to be able to go out into the real world and really conquer the experiences.
There's a lot of really important women in my life, so just being able to come here, it's really fulfilling. Helping these women just get equipped with wardrobe and confidence to go into whatever job they're trying to pursue.
After an inspiring afternoon and a donation from the Yankees, the day continued at Yankee Stadium, where Bottomless Closet was welcomed as special guests.
Today's been an awesome day to be recognized by the Yankees, a landmark New York institution, bringing us into the Yankees community. Feels really special to have had members of the team, the executive staff, and the ownership in our offices seeing our work in real time was amazing, and now to be here to see their work in real time is pretty cool too.
Almost 50 years ago, Ed and Sue Goldstein started their nonprofit honoring their daughter, Valerie, who lost her life to cancer at the age of 9. On day 3 of Hope Week, Yankees players, coaches, and executives joined pediatric cancer patients at the Dugout Bar in the Bronx for a karaoke and pizza party to celebrate all the good things the Valerie Fund has done and continues to do.
Today, we are celebrating Ed and Sue Goldstein for their tremendous work, the Valerie Fund.
I was just starting in business when Valerie got sick, and we really had no money behind us. But we wanted to do this so badly, we stopped at Overlook Hospital in Summit, New Jersey, spoke to the management there, told them what we wanted to do. So we made a pledge listed as $25,000 for 2 years to start the fund.
3 weeks after we lost Valerie, we started the Valerie Fund. And that was our beginning, and we haven't stopped since.
Valerie Fund is a donor network. Primarily, we support the psychosocial care at our 8 different centers, and I'd like to say that we have another center that is soon to be online. We care for over 6,000 children each year.
You know, my best friend lost their son to Ewing sarcoma, which is ultimately what started this. When Valerie lost her battle, you know, over 50 years ago. But it turned into so much good because they provided so much for so many kids, you know, in the pediatric cancer world.
You know, the childhood cancer thing kind of hits real close to home for me. So it was something that I really wanted to be a part of, and just feel fortunate that I was able to be.
So being here today with the Yankees just feels extraordinary. It's like such a celebration for our kids and such a celebration for our founders, Sue and Ed Goldstein.
Look what the Yankees did today. They have better things to do. And yet these fellas came out here on their own time without asking for anything but maybe a sandwich or a pizza. And they were here to help. And so many of them came up to us and said, if there's anything that we can do to help the Valerie Fund, just call us.
Yeah, it was fun. I was a little nervous because, you know, singing's not, you know, normally my thing. Just seeing them, you know, how much fun they were having with it.
It's priceless. It's priceless. I made sure that throughout the time today to take a minute and take it all in and not just take a photo of it, but live it and feel it and remember it.
Obviously, what Ed and Sue have done with the Valerie Fund has made such a difference in people's lives as they're going through such horrific struggles. Honored to get to know them. They're saints for what they have done and what they've created.
So our son was born with bone marrow failure, and from day one we were in the hospital weekly with an infant, and you can imagine how challenging that was. But everybody from the Valerie Center made us feel comfortable. They gave us any support that we needed.
When going through cancer, no matter how sick I would feel, as soon as I walked through those doors, my smile would be on my face because of the people that are around. So it's more like a family, and I'm glad I found the Valerie Fund.
I really like it because it takes your mind off what is really going on, and you don't have to think about what could happen, and you could just focus on the happiness that is still there and that hope is not lost.
So that this continues on and upward for many years and decades. And again, we're just so happy to meet you today and be a part of this. So take a picture.
We don't know what the meaning of the word no means. We'll get it done, and we know in our hearts that one day there is going to be a cure for pediatric cancer, and we want to be there when it happens.
Welcome back to Hope Week Remembered. The story of the Gagliano brothers begins in Brooklyn, where parents Jay and Kara have raised a family of 5 with a deep love for the Yankees. In 2016, they noticed that their middle son, Carmine, was showing signs of struggle. After various tests, Carmine, along with his youngest brother Vincent, were diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, a progressive muscle disease that ultimately affects the entire body. During their visit to Yes, the boys learned their love for the Yankees was about to take them to places they could have never imagined.
You're here to take my job? Carmine, right?
Yep.
Vincent? Can I keep the job for a little while longer? Can you at least get through high school?
Hey, what's happening?
Oh my goodness. How about the timing?
That's so weird.
That's so weird, Bob. I was just right around the corner.
You were just hanging out around the corner?
Vincent, Carmine, which one?
Carmine.
Carmine. Nice to meet you. Vinny, nice to meet you.
In the initial stages, once the family gets that diagnosis, it's tough for everyone. But then it came a point in time like, enough, all right? We're not going to feel sorry for anybody, enough.
I think we made a choice that, we're either going to, let this take us all down, and we can be sad every day, or we could get strong, and we're gonna fight, and we're gonna make it work.
Maybe it was meant to be for this Italian family from Brooklyn. Maybe it's them. Maybe it's the Galliano name that's going to be linked to a cure for perpetuity. Not just for these boys, but for all the boys who have Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
This is my year. My brother Carmine Gagliano.
And my brother Vincent Gagliano. And our Hope Week honorees.
Your Hope Week honorees this year. Congratulations.
It's the best part about our job is to connect with young fans that are loyal to the Yankees, and seeing that these young kids brings them joy and it inspires them to continue to chase their dreams, just like we all did when we were kids.
On June 19th, the Gaglianos were welcomed to Yankee Stadium, and boy, did they have a jam-packed day to look forward to. First, they were treated to a guided tour of the ballpark.
So you see these three monuments here? It's called Monument Park because these three monuments were at Old Yankee Stadium and they were on the playing field. Can you believe that?
While in Monument Park, the boys encountered some familiar faces who brought them to the Yankees clubhouse to meet the entire team.
They were meeting everyone they could, in awe, obviously, these massive men. And all of a sudden, I guess Jazz was a little hungry for some breakfast. So Vinny Two Cents here prepared him up a breakfast.
I was behind the kitchen learning about the kitchen, and then Jazz Chisholm was at the window, and he requested me to make him an omelet. I put ham, bacon, tomatoes, and peppers. It was pretty cool.
The family then headed out to the field where some incredible moments awaited them.
I knew that they were gonna do some special things for the boys, but I never expected all of the surprises that they had in store for the boys. This is a dream come true for them. They enjoyed meeting all of the players. They enjoyed going in the clubhouse, just being on the level as the players, like humans, not just these big baseball stars, but actually really nice people, and the whole staff here at Yankee Stadium as well.
My heart's been beating out in my chest since the moment we arrived here today, and it's a perfect day. As a father, we only want to see our children smile. And to see the boys, every time another athlete came in and the time they gave to the boys, they had a smile from ear to ear. And that meant everything to me. That's all we want.
As the game got underway, the boys headed up to the booth where they saw their broadcasting dreams come to life.
Now batting for the New York Yankees, number 99, Aaron Judge, number 99. Now batting for the Yankees, the left fielder, number 35, Cody Bellinger, number 35.
You want to do the play-by-play on this?
I'll take it over. Thank you, Mike.
All right, it'll be Zach Neto. Go.
Here's Zach Neto, runner on first for the Angels. The pitch. Driven foul. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Neto down swinging. It's been amazing. I've been able to do everything I wanted to do. That was cool. For all those people to hear my voice, I felt like I was on top of the world out there. It felt like a feeling I never felt before.
On the fifth and final day of Hope Week, the New York Yankees honored Brian Worthington, founder of New York Metro Black Pilots of America, a nonprofit organization which introduces underserved and underprivileged communities to the aviation industry.
growing up where I did in the inner city, it was a rough neighborhood. For me, it was one of those things where it's either you're gonna go to jail or you're gonna die from the violence and from the things that's happening in the city. So I quickly realized that I have to do something. I have to change my way of living. So I just decided to work near airplanes. Just basically got a job at JFK Airport, and I worked there for a while just to be amidst airplanes.
Most people, when they think of aviation or think of airplanes, they think it's something that is not obtainable. They don't think that this is something that they could readily do. They have little to no exposure to airline pilots, persons that work in the towers and so forth. This is something that you have an interest in. We need to show you a way that you can start that journey.
The name of the organization is New York Metro Black Pilots of America, but that does not mean that we only take in people of color or African American, right? We take in everybody. Our goal is to expose aviation to everybody, right? Let them know that aviation can be affordable and accessible. Being a pilot, you're almost a magician in a sense, right? Where we can make the world a smaller place without physically shrinking the world. So that's one of the reasons why we focus on those inner city youth and those underserved communities, is just to expose them to other things that they didn't even know exist. So I hope you guys are excited about that. We get a chance to meet some ball players and coaches and the staff from the Yankees. But today, the school was so gracious enough to open up their simulators for us. So we're gonna get a chance to go and fly in the flight simulators. We're gonna actually get a chance to go into the air traffic control lab. So we don't get a chance to see these things, right? You guys excited about that? Going in the sims? All right, good, good.
See how that looks like? You see how the nose is falling? Bring it up a little bit.
It was very eye-opening to just be able to hear Brian's story and see what he's went through. I feel like anytime you hear stories like that of perseverance and not everything going your way right away, in the end getting to a goal reached is really special to hear that story.
By doing that, it made my communication skills in flying so much better.
It's the foundation of really kind of giving the experiences to people that are not as blessed to have them or may not be as knowledgeable to these type of career pathways, because it's not just being a pilot, there's many different fields in aviation, so being able to kind of see through the cracks of people that might not know about it definitely helps.
And that's what this is for, Black Pilots of America. It's to get, the word out of aviation in all aspects to different places and places that don't have the opportunities or might not have the resources to know about it and whatnot.
This is really cool stuff, like be able as a teen and as the Yankees, like help people and come to meet them. And when I was young, I was like this kind of stuff, like planes and whatever. And be here was really cool.
You can fail a test, get discouraged. Somebody might deter you, say this or that. Don't get discouraged and shoot for the skies.
Favorite part about today was the surprise of the ball players coming in, and of course the check. I had no clue that they was gonna give us money, and that's big, and words can't even explain how I feel right now. It's just amazing experience. I'm actually trying to hold back the tears, so you hear my voice cracking right now, that's because I'm trying to hold back the tears, and it's just, I'm in shock. I'm still shocked right now.
What another incredibly heartwarming collection of stories from this year's Hope Week. For all of us at the YES Network, I'm Nancy Newman. Thank you for joining us.